So the app that I chose is for vocabulary, and I'm on the Chromebook because my students have Chromebooks in the classroom. And I have noticed that in my reading classes, students struggle with vocabulary, and which really affects their comprehension. If they don't know what a word means, then context clues, knowing how to read and understand context clues to help you understand unfamiliar words, it's really not going to help you much if the context clue words are above level. I mean, I have worked with students and I had to explain some of the words that was in the context clues, and it's so difficult when they don't understand some basic vocabulary. So this is called Hang On Man. There are audiobooks right here. You could click here and you can see there's different audiobooks. This is not really one I wanted to focus on, but there are some audiobooks right here. And I'm going to go back just so you'll see. And if you see, it's automated, so it's a little fun. And you can hear the sound. So I'm going to press play. Choose a category. So we have noun, food, animal, body, feeling, person, plant, or object. So I'm just going to choose food. It's the first one. Let's just choose food. Alright. Hints for the next word. A beverage consisting of an infusion of ground coffee beans. Okay. So that's your hint. A beverage consisting of an infusion of ground coffee beans. So I'm going to play. And there's my hangman. He's hanging. He's hanging on. Okay, so I'm going to choose. Okay, see the hangman? It has the little blanks up here. So I think it's coffee. So, oh, and that's correct. So, and then E. So that one was easy for me. So let's go ahead and do the next one. And I want to do one and just get it wrong just to see what happens. And look, we have a thumbs up, thumbs down. We have birds. So I'm going to play again. Let's go ahead and play this one. And I'm just going to choose G. And see, I missed it. And so, oh, all right, let's choose A, U, because I'm going to choose a vowel. And again, there's not one. Okay, so let's choose R. Oh, look at his face. See, his face is getting a little frustrated. Oh, and he has 2 fingers. He is holding on by 2 fingers. Oh no. One finger. P. Uh-oh. N. B. And so, see, I'm just choosing letters now. And so this is probably what my students would do, just randomly choose letters until they lost in Hangman Falls. So this is a neatest feed. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and quit this one. Let me quit this game. And let's look at the dictionary. See what the dictionary is. Okay, so here is, let's see if it'll read the word to us.
Amylolytic.
Amylolytic. And study your cards. Okay, so you could, as a teacher, you could go ahead and go in and create a list of words that you want your students to learn. Maybe words from like a lesson, or if you have a test coming up and you want them to study certain words or science words. As a special ed teacher, I co-teach some with a science teacher, and so she'll give me a list of vocabulary. And science vocabulary is very hard for my students. So this is a way to put the words in and the students can practice. To me, this is better than Quizlet because they kind of get bored with Quizlet. Okay, so that is the tutorial of my chosen app, and I'm trying to figure out how to flip my camera back on my. Okay, so if I go over to the assignments and let's look at this. How effective do you feel using the app is for learning, to promote learning? And I really think this will be effective because if I chose a certain maybe 5 vocabulary words and I put the vocabulary words into the game, the students will practice this, and they're basically given a hint, and they know how many letters are in the word, and it really kind of practices spelling too. So I really think this would be an effective app to promote learning of vocabulary. Efficient, I think it will save me time on creating activities for learning the vocabulary. And, while I'm working with a group, I think the students will be engaged with this app because it's fun. And they get to watch the little man, the hangman, fall. And I just really think they would like that. Now, the Pick Rats, I'm going to click on this and see. I think this it's very interactive. I don't think it's creative because they're not creating. In a way they are, but they're not, because they're given a hint, and they're just interacting with the site. So replaces, amplifies. I think that would be an interactive, amplified. So I would say IA on the chart, on the matrix. And what is the app? How much does it cost? I did not pay for this app. This was a free app for the Chromebook, and it was right here. If you go to the Chromebook extensions, right here, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and exit right here. And if you go up to the Chrome Web Store, and I just typed in vocabulary fun, and they have all of these neat little word searches. And if you go on down, you'll see Learn English, Hang On Man, and then it does say foreign languages. And again, since I teach vocabulary, a lot of our curriculum, I'm going to go ahead and click on it, just open it back up. A lot of our curriculum has ELL materials, and I have found that ELL materials support our struggling learners. And so if you have ELL materials with your language arts curriculum, I would recommend you using some of that for your special needs students, because there's some really good supports in there and some activities. ELL students, the focus on teaching them is using a lot of visuals and not using all the extra language, and just really pulling the skill out and chunking and small amounts at one time, and just not being overwhelming to the learner. And that's a lot of the same things that we want to focus on when we're teaching students with special needs. So again, this says Learn English, Hang On Man. It's your vocabulary enough to save the poor man from falling off. Is your vocabulary enough to save the poor man from falling off the ropes? And you learn English. It includes 10,000 most frequently used English words and their meanings. So this was free, a free app from the Chrome website, and it is an extension, very easy to find, very easy to use, and I think I've hit every aspect. And again, I would use this vocabulary app for a learning center, a game center, while I'm working in a small group, reteaching the skill that I have introduced for that day, or even a when you're finished app, because I have each student has a Chromebook, and they could just go and they could play these vocabulary games. So thank you very much for tuning in.